10 years ago, my parents celebrated their 25th wedding anniversary by having over all their friends from the community in Long Island and everybody from the temple. And they asked me to say some words at this event. And I have three younger brothers, and I thought, we should all do something together. They never get asked to say anything because it's like, oh, we have a son who's a comedian, make him talk. But the other ones, they're always off the hook. So I said to my parents, why don't we do something, the four brothers together? I think it would be better. And they said, yeah, sure, if you want to put that together or whatever. So I came up with something that I thought was really funny. I thought, we have everybody there. They never really hear from, my friends never hear from us. Let's pretend that my parents have another kid that they don't know about. And that they abuse the other kid, and that's why none of their friends or the rabbi knows about them. And I came up with this idea that I talked to my brothers about it, and it was actually kind of cool because it was interactive. We made a slideshow presentation to go along with it. Invented. There are four actual Lobell brothers: me, Danny, Josh, Sam, and Yoni. I said, why don't we have another one? And his name is Zingzagabu Melajua Lobell. And my parents are ashamed of him. They never let him out to see the sun. He's been kept in the basement his entire life. He was an accident, and we only feed him our scraps that are left over from our meals when we're done eating. He lives in darkness to save on electric. They put him in the basement, and he shits in a bucket. So we had a wig from a Purim costume and a baseball mitt, and my brother had a pair of Union Jack boxer shorts. And we dressed my little brother Sam up as Zingzagabu Melajua Lobell, wearing the wig and the baseball glove, which was his only thing to keep one of his hands warm. And he wore his Union Jack boxer shorts, and we did a little, expose on him and his life in the basement, and did a slideshow presentation, even of him shitting in a bucket, with the boxers around his ankles and going like this, like, I don't want to be photographed like that. And so the plan, as it was we went up in front of everybody. It was pretty funny. In my head, everyone was gonna just die laughing, kind of like you guys have been laughing. It's funny. So I'm like, this is what we'll do. The four of us will get up. We'll talk about how great our parents are, but how there's a dark side to them because there's this other kid that they abuse in the basement. And while we're talking, Yoni will break off, even though Sam was the one in the photos. But Yoni will break off and get dressed in the boxer shorts and the mitt and the wig. And then I'll say, and now for the first time, we're letting him out of the basement. And then you'll come out like a wild animal child and run all over everybody and growl, and startle everyone. It'll be hilarious. So we did do this, and we said yes. There's the other Lobell boy, and we passed around a laptop with a slideshow of these pictures that we documented of his sad life eating scraps in the basement. And it turns out none of my parents' friends have a sense of humor at all. They actually all thought it was real and horrified. There was gasping. They were passing around the laptop, looking at it, examining it like evidence. And then we're like, and here he is now. And my brother, Yoni, runs out, like this wild child running all over them. And they were just like, like a rat ran on them. And they were just, my parents were mortified, and everybody was scared. The only one laughing was our rabbi, who was this little old man from Morocco. He got it. Nobody else got it. My brothers were like, why did you rope us into this? My parents are furious about it 10 years later to this day. It's a very sore thing. A lot of their friends honestly still thought there was some truth to it, or or just thought that their kids were psychotic. They couldn't understand that this was a humorous attempt. And I've never been asked to speak at a family function ever since. Thank you very much. I'm Danny Lobell, and that's the story of the fifth Lobell boy.